What a pathetic performance by the Proteas. There is no other way I can talk about this than by being ultra critical about this team. This was ultimately a big embarrassment from a South African standpoint. Overall, it was pathetic, embarrassing, measly, just a waste of my Sunday. I know we won the series. I understand we won the series. I understand that we went 2-1, 2-0 up, unassailable lead, all of that, dominating England. But you don't expect to lose like this in the final game. And it just makes me think, why? Why can a performance like this happen? Or why does a performance like this happen after you've been so dominant throughout the rest of the series? It just it just makes me really irritated, upset, sad, every emotional, negative emotion in the book. And maybe I'm a little bit like getting ahead of myself right now because I am annoyed after sitting the entire afternoon watching all of this. And maybe I am talking right now after the obviously the game has ended, and I'm obviously my emotions are flying at the moment, and maybe I need to just sit back and relax and just take a breather before this. But I don't know where to even go with this. There aren't many or any positives from this match. This taught me absolutely nothing, and it begs me to ask the question why certain players rather weren't given an opportunity rather than us sitting through this and seeing what supposedly is our best 11 perform the way they did. It was terrible, and there's no other way for me to put it. So let's get straight into this review show. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell for all future videos, please. Very important that you guys do so. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just start. Evening, everybody. Welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your live cricket show, your review show of the ODI series between South Africa and England. In England, of course, it was a despicable performance, embarrassing performance by the Proteas today. So many records tumbled from a negative standpoint. So I don't think I'm going to even get into showing you guys the scorecard. I'm just going to go through what happened quickly for the ones that missed out on this, that didn't get an opportunity to watch this bullshit. And yeah, so that I can talk to you guys and get your thoughts in the live chat and see what you guys have had to say so far. I do have the full summaries on our website if you guys want to have a look at what took place. You know what? Maybe I should put this out there. Maybe I should put the details out there for everybody to actually bloody see, because this is not acceptable. And I know that Coach Shukri must be fuming with this performance, absolutely fuming with the way they with the performance that they put in today. So let me get into it, and let me try and give you guys the best bit of insight that I can. But basically, what happened in this game is South Africa won the toss and decided to bowl first on this wicket. That looked like a good wicket. And yes, there was a little bit of bad weather around, and perhaps that played into it. But England went on to score 414 for 5. This was a record highest score on the ground in List A cricket. Not even in only in ODI cricket. This was in List A cricket, guys. This means domestically, county wise, this is the highest score, regardless of what bloody format you're playing. It was ridiculous. It was embarrassing. Jacob Bethel, 110 of 82 balls. We gave him his first ever career 100 in this format. Of course, it will come against South Africa. Joe Root, 100 of 96 balls, his 19th ODI century. 10 in England. No one's ever done it. And the most embarrassing part of this, the most pathetic part of all of this is it right here. 27 extras, 19 wides, 1 no ball, 7 leg byes. Our bowling plans were ridiculous. I have no understanding of what took place with our bowling today. I don't even know what the plan was today. And if you look at the camera panning to Pete Botha that was sitting in the stands, he was as irritated. There was a couple of times that the camera panned to him and he was just like, what the hell? What's going on? Like, I don't think that was the plan at all. So many short deliveries. Josh Butler came in the end there. I mean, Jamie Smith, 62 or 48, right? Dropped before he was even close to his 100. Easy catch for Matthew Brzezinski. But I can't knock Matthew Brzezinski too much because he had an excellent tour to Australia and here with the bat. Unfortunately, that run ended. He's made history, and now it's time for him to recover from a bad performance and see if he can pick it up again, because that was always going to be the test. Same for Bethel. A simple catch to Nandre Berger, hits his palm or his wrist and some or whatever, drops the catch, goes on to score 110 of 82, 13 fours, 3 sixes, disgusting. Made us look like amateurs. Josh Butler, 62 of 32 at the back end. But that 27 extras is pathetic. That's the worst I've ever seen us bowl, ever. Really, in my opinion, from the time that I watch cricket, I must say this is probably the worst performance ever. There's no point in even talking about our bowlers. Okay, yes, Corbin Bosch 2 for 79 and Maharaj 2 for 61 are only players really that bowled well. Good to see Deva Brevis get a couple of overs as well. He didn't bowl too badly. But that was a terrible performance, and 414 for 5. It proves that. Then came a even bigger disaster. Our batting. My God. Do I even want to talk about it? 24 for 6 after 9.5 overs. Terrible shot selection. Everybody looked like they have already celebrated and had their fans meeting. That's how it looked. Literally, that's how it looked. I mean, Coach Shukri must be fuming. His coaching staff must be fuming with this performance. And the players need to take full responsibility for this performance, 100%. They deserve every criticism they get for this particular performance. I'm sorry. And again, Temba Bavuma injured, absent, hurt again. Another match missed where we needed him. It's getting too much now, I feel, these injuries all the time. They need to sort it out. They need to find reasons for this and sort it out quickly. Because I don't know what's going on with him, but he can't be hurt, injured so many times. I can understand that you're injured now and again, and you maybe have a serious injury now and again, but this is too many times now. The World Cup, test after the test, during the test, before ODI series, during ODI series, it's not good enough. From a fitness perspective, it's not good enough. And he doesn't look like he's in his peak condition either. So I don't know what it is. And there needs to be something that is done about that, because that is not on. We were bowled out for 72. This is the lowest total against England in England ever. Wait, there's one positive. We managed to avoid getting the lowest ever total in ODIs by South Africa, 69. Well done. You've avoided that. But you couldn't avoid the largest, biggest margin of victory in ODI cricket. It was 317. Oh boy, no, it's not anymore in the history books. It's 342 now. South Africa lost this match by 342 runs. The largest margin of defeat in ODI history. My Lord, I don't even know where to end with this. I don't even feel like bloody talking about this anymore. This was a massive disappointment and a big this upsetted my whole son. There's so many other things I could have done that would have been more productive than sit here and watch this team for 8 hours or 6 hours or 7 hours play such fraught cricket. Because there's no other way I can put it. That was disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. And I don't know how to hold it back anymore. I'm getting more agitated and more irritated as I'm sitting here talking to you guys. So, I don't like to necessarily swear and get like that on you and curse and stuff, but I don't know how else to get the frustration out of me. I don't know how else to get the frustration out of me and make and express to you guys how I actually feel about this. And congratulations for Coach Shukri and the team for getting this team to win the tune, go 2-0 up early. But he must feel so embarrassed by this. And I feel for him. Really, I do. Because this is 100% on the players. There's no other way to put it. It's 100% on the players. In other news, might as well give it to you. Then now that I'm here and I'm talking to you guys, I'm sick of sitting here and talking about performances like this. Like I told you many times on the show before, many times on the channel, I don't mind losing if you lose the right way. You lose going down swinging. I hate losing like this. Like I'd rather lose us fighting. Like Australia, England, Australia and them, like they still fought. They still looked like they were trying to fight for the victory. We didn't even look like we were there, we were present. It's like a Freaky Friday, the whole 11 with some amateur team in, I don't know what country that doesn't even play cricket. So I don't want to diss any country. It's not even right for me to do something like that. But anyway, Pakistan series has been announced. The tour of Pakistan. We play tests. First test is in 12th to 16th of October. It's the start of our World Test Championship defense. Second test is 20th to the 24th of October. Then it's the T20Is, 28th of October, 31st of October, and the 1st of November. And then the first ODI was 4th of November. Then the 6th of November, second one, and then the third is 8th of November. So I just wanted to give you guys those fixtures, screenshot it, do whatever you want with it so that you can keep it and bookmark it because it's going to be a very important tour. And there's another opportunity for us to learn and grow as a team. But I almost feel like this is a setback, man. Like luckily we bounced back after Australia. Like Australia, we bounced back and beat England. But I thought that was a once-off against Australia in the third ODI, that them scoring 400 against us. But clearly it wasn't. It's almost like complacency. Like you've already won, so like you're complacent. Let me get into your live chats, guys, and see what you guys have had to say so far. Because wow, I'm lost for words now. I'm done talking about this bullshit. I'm gonna start with Markham Joseph. You can't talk a guy good seriously. Rickleton must rather play domestic cricket. This international cricket beyond his caliber. Much love from Mossel Bay. Sarfar says absolutely shambolic batting once again from South Africa in the last ODIs. Same thing happened in Australia against Australia. Now in England, just because you have won a series doesn't mean you have to switch off. Shafa says, Khalid, I think we need to have a talk about how this team clearly has no strategy while chasing. I don't think it's a strategy while chasing. They just didn't turn up. There was no effort made. Sarfraz says, I was looking forward to enjoy and celebrate the series win over England, and especially how patronizing it is they are. But now SA has given material to England ex-players. Sarfraz says, can't imagine the kind of crap England ex-players and the media will write and overhype how good England team is. Laugh out loud. Good job, Proteas players. The headline should have been SA winning another ODI series instead of the cricketing world. We'll be talking about how badly SA got beaten by England in the last ODI, similar to Australia. Sarfaz is Khalid, not only your Sunday got wasted, mine too. Everybody's Sunday was bloody wasted. I think we all can agree on that one, can't we? Waka says we let them win. Tala says now the series win doesn't feel like a series win. It still feels like a series win to me. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We won the series, guys, against England in England. I think we need to take um, positives from that. We did look much better as a team, beating Australia away, beating England away. We mustn't deny that or undervalue that. I'm just really irritated that we would put on such an embarrassing performance after you win the series. Waka says catch dropped. Tala says, I don't understand how long it will take us to learn how to chase a score. Indra says, and poor captaincy by Bavuma. I think it was terrible execution of plans by the bowlers rather than Bavuma. Bavuma turned to his bowlers to do him a job, and none of them were hitting consistent line and links, etc. I mean, that one over by Vian Mulder was terrible. 4 wides, I think it was in 1 over. But that 27 extras are this pathetic, man. That's the one thing that really irks me is when you bowl so many extras. So many. No extras in this match, or maybe even one. They don't reach 400. Let alone 414. Waka says Cody didn't impress me. He didn't bowl that well today. Baba said this is the second time it's happening, Khalid. We let it slide against Australia. Who's answering for this? Players must answer for this. Bevan Weber says, so 2 teams scored 400 plus against us in the space of 1 month in ODIs. Yeah, and I don't want to read too much into it either because we won both of those series, though. So I think this is just a mental thing, switching off after you've won the series already. And maybe the one team wanting it way more. Like, after being embarrassed in both matches, I'd be more embarrassed as England. But you have an opportunity to completely put them in the dumps. Both Australia and England, 2 of your biggest rivals. But instead you give them like a lifeline and hope that they can become a good team. Why even give them that chance? Be ruthless. Make them feel like they're completely in the dumps. Tala says, I don't really understand why we opted to bowl first and am pissed. That was embarrassing to watch. Now the series win means nothing. It doesn't mean nothing, guys. Don't get that far. Don't go that far in that direction. Doesn't mean nothing. There was a lot of positives. We're looking really good as an ODI unit when we are switched on. But I don't like that we have this ability to switch off to this degree. That's not a good sign. We need to work on that. There's always something to improve on. It was the last game setup. Sam says this poor bowling creates to batters to us. Criticize just poor bowling, so many wides, poor fielding, and to be honest, with Nabara and Gee doesn't play, this bowling lineup looks third class. Told you the importance of Ngidi in this bowling unit. Tala says, I really don't understand why LDP was not given a chance. And I think Rick's time is up. And Stubbs also is not looking at his best. Lorenzo says, I'm fuming. I have a question to the coaching staff and players mentally in a dead rubber games. 2 in the last 6 ODIs, absolutely embarrassing. Sam says, opted to bowl first is a really bad plan. Even if we are 2-0, we can have batted first. That's not even the reason why we lost this game. That wasn't the reason. You know, those catches stick. Different ball game. Yes, Rick's got too many chances. Guys, I still feel that we need to be patient. Verbus says, you're right, Harley. They look like they didn't want to be there. They wanted the game to be done quick. Waka says Temba is done, even though he won the WTC. Something needs to be done with the doctors, etc., and his physios to prevent this from happening. This is happening too often now. Safa says Temba, I think Temba needs to retire from ODI and let someone like Ruben or Jordan Nerman come into his place. Bevan Weber says Temba and Lungi. I know what you mean. Tala says, I just thought it was a once off thing against Aussies where were not up to the mark, but what about today? It seemed we were going to blown out for 20 runs the way we were playing. Lorenzo says, I'm a Temba fan, right? But Temba gets injured and he doesn't even play a lot of cricket like the other players. He also doesn't look fit at all. I don't know exactly. He doesn't even play T20 tournaments and all of that. So I don't get it. And it is a problem that needs to be addressed. Sarfa says, Temba should realize his repeated injury is really affecting the team and needs stability. This time it was a cough. Sam says Khalid, but to be honest, chasing over 250 is really something SA need to look on, especially both in ODIs and even in T20s. Also, chasing is something is a struggle on. We cannot move and on go away from our weaknesses, but we don't know how this team chase under Coach Shukri yet. That's why I'm waiting a bit. I know how they chased before, but I don't know how they chase under Coach Shukri yet. Tabo says, this is why I've been saying for the last 2 years that Pavuma needs to focus on one format because his fitness is a problem. And at his age, he can't play every single game. Tala says, it seems like no one knew how to hold a bat. Fuck, man. I just lost my sleep over this fucking performance. It just ruined my afternoon. Waka says, Rick's not opening batter. Tabo says, we can't have an unfit captain at the Cricket World Cup. He's got a long time to get fit and to get better conditioned. Bilba says, after England's innings, I knew the game was gone. I was just hoping to get 250, not this cuck. Weekend ruined. Yeah. Okay, let's accept this one and move on to the T20s now. Need to play best bowling lineup. Yeah, no, this is the crazy thing. We need to now refocus and like, how do I now just put this in the back of my mind and focus on the T20s now? And that's what I have to do, and that's what we need to do as a fan base now. Ricky really needs to step up in T20s now and needs to attacking like he plays in SA20. He needs to be attacking in T20. He looks out of sorts. Lorenzo says they didn't even have to bat ultra quick. They just had to play normal cricket in the first 10 and then asses afterwards. Or assess afterwards. That reminds me of at least we can laugh a little bit at my idiocracy, at my idiocy. Sorry. That reminds me of that movie View from the Top when he says with the flight attendant says assess the window, assess the window, assess the window, and then he's like, no, it's assess the window, darling. You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. That was me, literally. Lorenzo says Rickleton also needs a serious reality check. He's rusty, and I can't keep saying it. He's rusty, and we can't keep using that excuse now. T20s is the time now for him to now step up and prove it because he's now been in bad form now ever since he came back into the fold. And even you can even say since the World Test Championship final, actually. Pavuma will be 37 in 2027 for the World Cup. Coach Shukri should really take a call right now. He needs to make a decision, yes. But I don't want to make too many rash decisions so quickly because Temba is a great leader and he holds his team together and the team believes in him. So I think easing him out slowly would be a good plan if you're going to. Tabo says we are not ready for the World Cup. We are not ruthless enough to win. So brain is clear. So that's a positive. Yeah, so brain is clear, right? By the way. So my problem is now, he's clear now, right? He's been cleared twice now, actually. If he's been cleared twice, why does he keep getting cited though? Like, surely if it's happened more than once and you've been cleared, then and He's obviously going to continue bowling like he's always been bowling. So then why continue citing him in the first place? Leave him now. Like, I don't get that. Jason Adams says the biggest ever defeat in ODI history. Australia crushed us. Now we get crushed again. Something ain't right. Waka says Ricks and Temba holding a place for some play. Tim says our worst two defeats in ODIs has come in the last 1 month. Sarah says we all know Shukri is a fan of Markram and Rickelton combo. He should be flexible enough to drop if they don't perform. Rickelton, you must be dropped. Dropping doesn't work the same in cricket, I feel, like in football or in other sports, because you need the game time to get your form back. You fail more than you succeed in cricket. It doesn't work the same way. It doesn't, guys. Khalid, to be honest, I don't really understand how Cody Yusuf got a cap. We have better bowlers like Batman, if not Rabada and Gidi. Lorenzo says the way Rickerton got the Royal Regan got out today is kryptonite. He always gets out caught behind. He needs to work harder outside. Oh, guys, wait. Guys, wait. Guys, wait. Guys, wait. Guys, wait. We got words. We got words from Coach Shukri. Give me a couple of seconds just to load this quickly. We need to listen to what he has to say. That's the only explanation I have. That's the only explanation we need right now. Maybe it can give us something. Maybe it can give us something to hold on to. Temba have a wonderful ODI record, but if he's not fit anymore, then we have to look at the younger players. We can't treat Temba differently from Anrich and in particular Gerald Coetzee. Double standards. That's true. Sam says this type of loss can make players confidence. And I love Temba Bavuma. I love what he stands for. I love the way he plays cricket. I love the way he captains. I love the way he is in the dressing room and what type of person he is. This fitness thing is just a bloody issue, and it's becoming an issue. It wasn't an issue before. I could understand, you can't control getting a hamstring injury necessarily. Sometimes, no matter how fit you are, you can't control it. But to get it so many times in a short space of time is crazy. And different injuries, all like muscle related. And it's not from being overworked. There's a difference, sometimes you get these injuries from being overworked, maybe, or but this is nothing to do with being overworked at all, because he barely plays cricket actually. Compared to the other players, at least, he doesn't play nearly as much cricket as the rest of the people do. Okay, I'm just gonna load this audio file quickly, guys. Sorry, I'm not giving you guys the attention right now because I really want to play this audio file, and I'm obviously my own producer on the show, so I have to do all of this shit live for you. It's not that easy to produce a show like this on your own, to be honest with you. Yeah, a lot of work, a lot of concentration goes into it to keep it flowing, but I'm gonna get it right for you guys. I'm gonna get it right and be a lot smoother, etc. But it's only 5 minutes, so that's brilliant. At least we'll get a quick, honest view from Coach Shukri. And I need to make sure that there's no echoes and stuff for you guys. So please let me know if the audios are right, né? In the live chat, because yeah, I want you guys to be able to hear it and all of that. So I need to obviously mute this. Wait, I can mute it from here. Okay, so let me just mute myself.
First up, just one from Talford. Does the fact that the series had been decided before today's match help explain South Africa's performance today?
Sure. Any excuse is better than none. So, yeah, I think we were definitely off today. And against a top side like England, when you're not on top of your game, you do get exposed the way you did, or the way we did. Similar thing happened in Australia, where after going 2-0 up, complete aberration, they got in excess of 400 as well. So yeah, there must be some truth in that. And if we were going to be poor at something, we'd rather be poor at games that we aren't clutch games, but not making light of today's defeat. That was slightly embarrassing.
And then
Okay. Oops, sorry. So he has admitted it. It was embarrassing. So that's a good thing. At least he's being open and honest in this press conference. I'm gonna let it play out.
And just one from Fidos. Just your reflection on how the batting lineup is shaping up over the 6 matches, the 3 in Australia and the 3 here.
Yeah, pretty happy. Obviously, guys had quite a long break. I'm talking about the guys like Aiden and Rix, Tristan. All these guys had quite a long break, so a little bit of rustiness to start off with. But you can see we started running into form. So I'm pretty happy with the way the batting lineup is stacking up. Matty Breedsky playing particularly well. So is Deerwald Stubbo running into form last week. So yeah, pretty happy.
Great, we'll open up to the floor. Who would like to take the first one? Rory?
On the batting, like it's functioned so well, and then was it the scale of the chase, or was it the fact that there was just a few percent sort of off in terms of motivation? But it was after sort of 5 overs, it was probably game over.
It's difficult to put your finger on that. I mean, you before we go out to bat and we get everyone together and we talk about how we want to go about things, and Aiden loses his wicket to a pretty innocuous delivery. But that probably summed up the day, and then from there, it's before you know it, you're 4 down. Obviously, the disruption of Temba not being able to bat, that played a part as well. So very difficult to explain. But yeah, if you're not on top of your game, if the edge is not there, then you're going to get exposed the way you did. And Jofra running in the way he did together with Bryden, yeah, that pretty much summed up why we found ourselves at 10 for 4, 10 for 5, whatever it was.
And can I ask you just a quick one as well, from an opposition perspective, about Jacob Bethel? He's someone who, before today, had never scored 100 in any professional cricket at any level. Did he look like that to you today?
I think he's going to score a few more hundreds. There's no doubt about that. I first saw Jacob in the Under-19 World Cup in the West Indies. He put us to the sword in that game as well. So, yeah, I think he's going to score plenty of hundreds for England across all the formats, no doubt.
Can I just check on the fitness of everyone before the T20s? You've got Kid, Rabada, who has played here, Zabel, Janssen, DB, anyone else?
Yeah, so KG, look, I mean, if we really pushed him, we could possibly have forced him through today, but we didn't want to take any risks with him. The T20 is the priority for us. And yeah, when we earned the right to give him another rest, we definitely exercise that, because yeah, with the T20 World Cup looming, we want to make sure that we get a good take on that. And we've obviously got we've got 2 test series as well, massive test series coming up. In Gidi, again, yeah, just managed a couple of niggles. He was fine to go today, but again, we earned the right to give him a bit of a break. Played all the games, all the 50-over games. 2 back-to-back, it's not easy. 50-over cricket's probably tougher than Test cricket in terms of the strain it places on the body. Janssen's fine. They're in Cardiff already. So yeah, they start training tomorrow. We're sending a couple of our coaching staff out early in the morning. Yeah, other than that, obviously Temba's the latest one, but he's not in the T20 squad, so we'll get news from him once he gets back home and where he's at. But for the rest, we should have a clean bill of health for the T20 squad. Yeah.
We spoke about the batting, but the fielding was also off today. And it that really set the tone for your team performance.
Yeah, I think the bowling affects the fielding and the other way around. But yeah, I mean, 9 out of 10 times, Matty Bearsky's taking that catch. So you're not going to read too much into that. But again, it's a difficult one because when that edge is not there and something doesn't go your way, and the harder you try, it's just not there. And I'm not offering it as an excuse because it's not supposed to be like that. But yeah, the fielding wasn't at the usual high standard that we set. A couple of drop catches. I think there was something like 20 wides when I stopped counting. So all in all, an embarrassing performance in the field. And then the batting, just followed.
First up, just one from
Embarrassing. That's about it. Embarrassing. I don't know. It is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. It's no other way for me to put it. And Coach Shukri said it, but he didn't really go too much into it in detail. He basically said what I kind of said. And yeah, at least there's one thing that he made sure that the priority is the T20s. So if the priority is the T20s, we need to start getting victories under our belt in T20s, series victories, not just matches, one match here in the series or whatever. We need to start racking up matches if you want to wins in this format. If you want to win the T20 World Cup, the next one. We need to put a stop to this type of defeats because it's just not on. It's not acceptable. And I know you guys are asking about George Linder. I do not know what the reason is. When I have an opportunity to speak to him, I'll try and ask him about it. But yeah, I'm done, guys. I have nothing more to say. Thank you to all of you for joining on the show and giving me support in the live chat. I will speak to you once again very soon. I'm trying my best to organize, to set up things here, and I'm trying to plan ahead to be able to give you guys more shows. But I'm really, really working hard on trying to make some profitable decisions for Cricket Fanatics so that we can keep this going. Because at the moment, we are not making any profit with Cricket Fanatics. So I'm trying to put out marketing things and plans out there. We're offering our platforms for free for marketing to companies at a very cheap rate. I need to put out those landing pages. I need to put out those offers and put ads behind them and try and promote it so we can keep this afloat and keep this going and take things to the next level. But thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon with another live cricket show. Stay safe. Try to enjoy the rest of your evening. Alcaraz is playing now, so Alcaraz was a sinner, so try to enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out, everyone.